Hello there, what's the story, what's the crack, how y'all keeping? This is ThePandaPuncher, yes, PandaPuncher. Welcome back to Let's Play Dwarf Fortress. And yeah, slowly but surely things are happening, as you would expect. But it is getting to a stage where things are pretty stable internally in the fort. We have lots of supplies in terms of food, drink, and you know, the basic dwarf essentials. So we are trying to make our own fun. By cutting down every tree on the map and murdering any elves that visit us, so hopefully we can get a little elven attack underway and see what happens there. We could smooth out everything down here and here, and the tavern is perfectly fine. We could make it fancier, but why? Library is coming along very nicely. So it is, the bottom floor is nearly finished, and yeah, I took a look back at episode 1 at the embark profile. Not the embark profile, but the embark location, and it said it had deep metals, but I mean, this is level 20 and there's no metals. If we go up, no, see there, nothing, and even in this cavern, no metals. No metals, no metals, no metals, no metals, no metals, until you get up near the top and you have an abundance of gold. That is the only metal, other than that unreachable tetrahedrite. That, yeah, okay. Now, who wants to visit? Can our walk taxes? Don't like taxes, deny. Frame rate has stabled out quite a bit, I would say. We were down to about 30 at one point, and I'm hoping this just doesn't plunge to 30, and that's exactly where it's going. So I'm talking shit. It has been a few days since I played this. I have been playing the new RimWorld Update Alpha 14 and Arma 3, the Apex DLC, because I like a wide variety of games. Siege. So should we set up some siege stuff just to mess about with them? It'll all be gold and siege engines, if we can even use gold. Not sure, but let's make ballista parts, repeat 5 to 10. Oh, we can make them out of wood, and add catapult parts, because why not? Never really played with these before either, so it'll be interesting to see how they work. Frame rate on this level is, let's just let it settle down. Settle down quicker, please. Don't go that far down. Sitting at about 40. That's not game breaking, but it's not good. We have to just keep tabs on that. In terms of, we do have quite a number. We have 126 something citizens, but that includes visitors and all that kind of stuff. Pets and stuff. Auto Butcher is well on top of them now, and yeah, that might help whenever they leave. Or dwarven merchants. And there they go. So yeah, we bought everything from them once again because our gold goblet industry is just through the roof and worth an absolute fortune. And despite in real life, the laws of supply and demand do not apply in Dwarf Fortress. The value of your first mug is the value of your 10 billionth mug. So there's that to contend with. So yeah, we're in the process of getting rid of all the trees. We've murdered one elven... Actually, is it 2 elven caravans or 1? And we've definitely murdered 1 elven caravan, and hopefully we can get to murder more. If we do notice if any of our visitors are elves, we will kill them. Human. Mostly humans, and probably a few dwarves. I know you can get goblins and stuff coming along as well, but... No, there's a couple of cave troglodytes. I bet you there's that down at our first level where we were going to build the archery training place. Nope, they must be already in the storage rooms. And in terms of artifacts... that's the wrong button. Mostly bought codexes and scrolls and all that kind of stuff. And our dwarves have very... pathetically made a turkey bone amulet, a tin door, which is actually our mayor's door, a dog leather backpack, and a face veil made of cat leather. So yeah, they haven't been the best dwarves when it comes to artifacts and things, but that's what it is. That is what we have to contend with. So, how is the tree chopping coming along? There's a few up there. There's one up there I spot, and then there's all the ones up there. Apologies. Pretty clear up this side of the map. Just a few more in the bottom left. And likewise, probably just a few more in the bottom right here. It's just the one I see. There's ones right beside our base that haven't been cut down. That makes no goddamn sense. More petitions. For the purpose of entertaining, deny. We have more than enough people on this map. And actual dwarf numbers, we have 95. So we have 126 citizens, 95 dwarves. Quick mathematics, people, go. Go. It's 10, 20, 31. That's easy maths. Easy maths. See, after initial hiccups with auto labor and various little problems surrounding that, when our gates weren't getting built and things, and I had a few crashes when trying to finish the traps around the outside here, so I'm going to ignore them. Soldering, I do approve this. What are your... Any peaceful language? Peaceful language? I mean, fair enough. No, don't want to go to squads. Military. Betsy's Mercs. And we shall take human cross. This mercenary squad is a real hodgepodge of people. We've got a We've got a crossbowman, a swordsman, maceman, mace dwarf, hammer man, a hammer dwarf, human bowman, and then, of course, Betsy, who's a dwarf. Yeah, I only named the first, the initial dwarves we started with, and then the first migration wave, simply because to name the next 90 something or 80 something would have been just a pain in the ass, to be honest. Let's make sure our animals are all where they need to be. Yep. We could check this petition, deny. I could ignore them, but it's just I see the little flash top of the screen and it just catches my eye and I sort of have to check it out. There's no workshops we need to expand to. We have storage relatively sorted for the long term. Other than trying to attract the... we may as well dig this out. This is gold, isn't it? Of course it's gold. It's all we have. Other than, yeah, trying to get the elves to attack us with some sort of invasion force. The only other thing I can think of doing is just digging deeper. Try and find magma or... Here, maybe when they said deep lying metals, they really meant... Oh shit, we actually went deeper than... We went down to 5. Let's see what we get if we do some experimental branches around here. This should be fun. We are deep enough that things could get interesting. We have to go a bit deeper to get, you know... to a certain end game scenario. But yeah, there should be a third cavern level. We haven't managed to hit it yet, or we could have hit it. We just may have missed either the actual most top one or the middle one or something like that. But I'm really surprised at the lack of metals, especially when, you know, I search for deep metal spawn locations or embark locations, and it said there was deep metals, and we haven't found not one deep metal. And as far as I'm concerned, level 5 is pretty fucking deep. So yeah, I want to watch the first initial movements from our dwarves down here. I'm certainly hoping that this fort that it gets a death that's worthy of Dwarf Fortress. Not one of these FPS deaths or something crazy like that. But a genuine Dwarf Fortress death. And if I have to make that happen, I goddamn will. And then we'll... Oh, someone has withdrawn from society. Obok Vabokmeng. That's a brilliant name. Woodcrafter. Resume, let's wait and see what workshop he takes over. He is moving quite a distance because it hasn't popped up yet. Now, there we go. Craft Dwarf's Workshop. And where are you, good sir? You are up here. Up the top. So what do you need? Square blocks, stacked leather, a forest. So square blocks is just, you know, slabs. Stacked leather, leather. And the forest is wood. So we'll see what he ends up making, and hopefully he has all the materials. He should have. We've bought out several caravans in a row, and I'm pretty sure we would have got one of everything. Where is he? What's he grabbing there? He's not back at his... Well, he just took some wood there. He's grabbing quite a few supplies. This could be our first half decent artifact. Or it could be just another, you know, dog collar that's got a few different things on it. And he has begun his mysterious construction. Good. It'd be nice whenever that is. Oh my god, with the petitions, please stop. Now let's check our noble situation. Everything is grand there. We did get a visit from Outpost. Yeah, again, go to record and throat just starts going blah blah blah. We did get a visit from the Outpost liaison with the most recent caravan, and they recognised how fantastic our fort was, and that we were due to like an upgrade. And I suggested Quill 18 to be promoted to Baron, so we'll see if anything comes of that. But yeah, what was I doing? Yeah, the very bottom level, F8, get us most of the way there, down to level 5, which I suppose we should. Why are they digging so slow? I mean, it's still like 50 something frames a second. Dig faster, people. H, that's what I want. F8, zoom here, done. So yeah, F8 is just the key I always assign to whatever the lowest level is currently in my fort. Or if needs be, an interesting level. Something that I want to keep an eye on. Say if a werebeast turned up in one of the caverns, I would, you know, have the hotkey to where he was last spotted kind of thing, and sort of just keep tabs on him. Quite a few petitions available, mugs getting built, there is that artifact, and slowly but surely mining out level 5 in the vain hope of hitting one of those mysterious deep metals that was promised. I'm not sure what to make of the whole visitor thing in Dwarf Fortress. Part of me likes it. I like the ability to go build a tavern to create guest quarters and entertainment areas, all that kind of thing. And I think in the next fort we'll go a bit extravagant and maybe do it a wee bit later in the game. I also like the addition of the libraries. Again, this library in this fort was my first sort of attempt at a semi-extravagant one. I sort of just let my imagination go with it and came up with that sort of 2-floor design with... I was just picturing just a fantastic little building. And the woodcrafter has created Lithrush Humid, a maple toy axe. Not really what I was expecting. Where is it? Shouldn't it be here? Am I missing something? Does he have to store it? Okay, we'll just let a few minutes go by and... No. Where the fuck is our toy axe? Parchment scroll, codex, boot amulet, choir, tin door, leather backpack, scroll, face veil, scroll. Huh. So we had potentially a decent item there, and then we don't get to even look at it. Well, that's not a fan of that now. Not a fan of that at all. Let's use the best thing. They go and be weird and potentially cause you headaches and create an artifact. You get to read the artifact and all the stuff engraved on it and see its value and all blah blah blah, and then, you know, it's not as if we've been spoilt with good talent from our dwarves in terms of artifacts so far. They could have just at least give us that. So again, down at this level it's just more of the... Again, it's been a few days since I played this, I forget the names. Orthocles and Gabbro. Which is quite annoying. Because it means nothing interesting is happening down here. That just means we're going to have to go deeper and then potentially get ourselves into bother. I'm not really... like, I mean, our military is coming along nicely, I think. So yeah, if we go to one of our first squads, Data's Arrows. Novice, March, Dwarf, Adequate, and Novice. Ooh, that's not so good. Cisco's Warriors, Skilled, Competent, Skilled, Adequate, Competent, Novice. That's not so good. What? I need to bump up their training, to be honest. Unless I'm missing something completely. I mean, the fort isn't that old, I suppose. I mean, we have more than enough military dwarves of sufficient skill that I think we could take the elves. I mean, you know, anybody could. They're elves. But yeah, very, very disappointed with this resource return. I mean, our dwarves are putting in a heck of an effort here. Going around, mining all this shit, hauling it about, digging deep underground, danger around any corner, and they get Gabbro and Orthoclus. Unless I'm really missing something and Orthoclus has a medal this whole time and I've been an idiot. But I'm not, it's not. There's too much of it for it to be medal deposit. So there is far too much of it. Yeah, there's petitions available. There's always goddamn petitions available. I'd also probably want to mess about with quantum stockpiles again. That's a lot of visitors. That is a lot. But you've got... oh, there's 44. Hoo-hoo. Ponder disease in foul water. Read the point and more. Let's take a look at that. This is a masterful elk bird parchment scroll created by that guy. The rollers are made from Orthoclus. The rollers are made from exceptionally worked pear wood. Written on the item is a manual entitled The Point and More, authored by that guy. It concerns geometric objects, points, lines, circles, triangles, and so on. The writing is completely serious. Overall, the prose is great. So there you go. Now, here's where we start to make things interesting. Let's build, see, wall, and go a wee bit crazy here. Well, I say crazy. Let's actually not go that crazy. Let's build a floor. One more each. There we go. Not out of sterling silver. That'd just be crazy. More than enough wood in this map. 26 needed. That's a lot. That's right. Floors do take forever. Okay, we'll put that there, get it built, and then I'll let my plan come to fruition and see what happens. Does gravity have that major effect in this game? I can't remember. I know waterfalls and all that jazz, but I mean, does a massive unsupported floor fall on? We can get cave-ins as well, so yeah, probably, but this should be okay. It's pretty small. You can have roofs of bigger size, to be honest. Pile of error messages, resuming production of the cloth, trousers and stuff, so all of our dwarves must be taking the clothes to renew the stuff. More petitions. No, deny. And yet, to be honest, I'd never seen anyone training at our top place. But why is that? Like, Cisco's Warriors are supposed to train here. I've never seen anybody training. The only time I've seen our military up here is when we've non-suspiciously come up to surround the dwarf or the elves and murder them as they try to sell us goods. Yeah, there's our 4 temples, and I used air quotes there, but you know, you can't really see that. Finally, these walls got finished. Suppose we could dig out the rest of them here, and then sort of sheriff, hammer, dwarf kind of thing, and get those things implemented before everything falls to pieces. So we want to leave a wall there, and that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, making the room 7 by 7. Well, 1 by 7 at that rate. 7 by 7. May as well get the whole door the whole way down. That makes the rest of this very easy. Whoops, don't go that far. And there. 3 by 3 office, 5 by 5 dining room, and a 7 by 7 bedroom. Should suit anybody that's a noble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god. Should have been 6 for one. There we go. It may not satisfy a king or a queen if we somehow manage to get one of them to join the colony, but I think we could cross that bridge perfectly well once we, you know, got to it. And mine out there. So nobles wise, what do we have to concern ourselves with? Oh, right. Oh, we have a barony, and it's quality 18. Yay! Baron quality 18. Congratulations on the upgrade. So you need a tomb, a decent dining room, decent quarters. Okay, so let's cancel that. Got a wee bit ahead of ourselves there. So yes, your office will be 5 by 5. Well, then you can't have that there. You know what? I'm gonna get your stuff on its own floor. I mean, there'll be other offices and stuff down here as well, but this is your floor. We'll go that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be your office. Now that's a nice office. You shall have. Let's get creative with it, because there's nothing else going on, to be honest. Now, when I say creative, I mean first thing you do is you take off the goddamn corners. It is only the office at the end of the day. I've got a plan in my mind for the dining room. It should be interesting, but for now I'm just going to plant out a basic square, or what will be a L-shaped kind of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Sometimes I forget that I need to make the square selection myself, you know, manually, instead of just it doing what I'm thinking it should do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oopsie. And that'll come to there. Now, so here's his office. That's the main way into his apartment. This is going to be a big dining room, and we'll try and maybe do something kind of fancy with it, but we'll see how it goes. Again, a very simple but effective thing is just delete the corners. I am thinking of doing something internally with it, but we'll get the basic structures in place first, and then you need a bedroom, and the bedroom is going to be pretty big. It's going to be that big. Oh my god, are you serious? There we go. Right, because I keep having X selected from deleting the corners, and then I go to do the next bit of digging, I haven't pressed D again. It's like, idiot. So that is Baron Quilletine's initial layout for his new improved quarters. So what do we want to do in terms of improving it? Pillars are easy. You can do that. You know, you have, yeah, I like this. Okay, his bed will be up here, and it'll be all nice and shiny. Shiny. This is not Firefly. I'm not sure if I can get anything decent done with the dining room. It's sort of just probably going to be as is. And then his tomb. We have to get his tomb, and a tomb for his family for the rest of time. And to be honest, it's going to be pretty big. I mean, big. Because we can do quite a bit with this. Lots of coffins, lots of statues, lots of just things. Make it really, really swanky. But do we want it that big to start off with? No, we'll make it as big as the dining room. So we'll... And yeah, if you... Oops, I keep pressing the wrong goddamn buttons. Actually, just to break up the overall feel of the rooms on this level, that'll be where the coffins actually go. It sort of takes away from the staggered look we have. Eesh. Hold on, I'll fix it. It's not gonna have that many family members for the... Oh, God, really? I did not... These controls are really wrecking my head today. It is absolutely boiling in here. That is my excuse. Always have excuses prepared. And if you can blame someone else, they are the best excuses. Okay, that's the center. So if we do that for there, and to be honest, I kind of like the idea of 2 pillars there, pillar that end, and pillar that end. Our miners are going to be very, very busy indeed. They're getting started already. Actually, you know what? We can actually save them a tiny bit of time. Because the sooner we get this done, the sooner we can sort out Quilliteen's needs. And yeah, get him happy, which will be good. So this is level 119. What's going on at level 108? I'm going to guess that they didn't find any medals. Oh, look at that. What Arthurclase? Yes! Yes! Oh, we needed that. Like a shot to the face. Build beds, I suppose. Planning mode. Get these rooms finished off. Because we do have consistently, what, 5 to 10 ailers at any one time. And that's just not on in a fort of dwarfs. So yeah, I'm pretty sure none of these rooms have actually been designated as rooms, which is not a good thing. Oh, they have. Never mind. Talking through my ass. So yeah, everything's just taking a while. But to be expected given the nature of the jobs that we have and the slower frame rate now. Piles more people visiting. Really wish I left the visitors thing to be so more of an end game thing instead of a let's do it straight away kind of thing. Shouldn't have done that with the bed, should I? You want to know why? Because we're going to need a bed soon for Quill. I mean, he already has. He doesn't have an office, he needs one. He has modest quarters. He needs decent quarters. Modest, decent. I mean, which is better there? They're both yellow. Fuck it. He has no dining room. He has no tomb. He has 1 chest out of 2, 1 cabinet out of... Okay, so the quarters are nearly there because they're yellow. So yeah, this'll send his prestige through the goddamn roof. I just wish our progress with the elves would hurry up. I mean, we have cut down all the trees, mostly. We have butchered some of them. Where is the factions information again? Just looking here, not seeing it at all. Civilizations. Ugh. So, we're peaceful with... How are we still peaceful with these freaks? And of course we're peaceful with dwarves. And we're peaceful with the kobolds. come on, game. I mean, I didn't settle in the Joyous Wilds. I'm pretty sure it was just, you know, innocuous. There was nothing too much to be concerned about in terms of immediate violence, but I assumed that, you know, we'd get something at some stage, especially when you start murdering other people's citizens and stealing their stuff and cutting down the things they love most in the world. But no, the game is content to keep things calm at the moment. We've lost an artifact because, you know, it existed. It may have been a mirage. I may have been just crying out for something to happen, that kind of stuff, and it was just like, nah. So, JMQ. Quill needs chest, so we need gold coffer. We can't do gold coffer. H. Gold chest, let's do 2 of them. Gold table, let's do 10 for now. Q. Gold throne, probably gonna need 30 of them. Q. Actually, gold table, another 10. Because why not? Why not? Q. What else can we make from gold? Gold jug, pot, hive, minecart, bookcase. Let's put a few bookcases in this room. 10 of them. Q. Gold. Certain a theme here. Spin crutch. I think we have a few of these, but why not get a few more? Gold weapon rack now. Yep. 10 of them. Q. Gold cabinet. Yes. 10. 10 is my favorite number to build out of here. Bracelet, earring, crown, crafts, figurines, chains, bins, statues, goblets, toys. I think we have the basis of what he'll need for a very swanky room. Wait for it. Gold. You can't do coffin either. So we can do rock coffin or glass or clear glass coffin 10. Hopefully we have 10 clear glass from all the stealing we did. Let's go 7 stocks, and this will probably be the last thing I'll get done in this video because it is starting to go over time. And where do we keep our glass? Probably going to go straight past it. Trying to hold on. This is when the mouse comes in handy in Dwarf Fortress. It's the only time. So it is. I don't even know. Is there like a glass? Whoops, did not mean. A kind person decided to comment on one of my Dwarf Fortress videos, the one where I was actually frustrated by the not being able to see the text, and he suggested, you know, zooming in, and I thought he meant just zooming in on the map in general, and I was just like, nah, I prefer the sort of the bigger picture kind of thing. And he was like, no, I mean zoom in on the trading list so you can see the text, and I was just like, never would have thought of that. So I cannot see this at all, so screw that shit. We'll hopefully get them finished to see them mining out the tomb here, and then we shall wrap this episode up. But overall, the Fort of Granitehours is, again, living in relative bliss. We can get away with literally murder and have no consequences for it, unfortunately. And yeah, we only have gold. That is the only thing on our fort, is dwarves and gold. I mean, usually you don't have an abundance. Sometimes you get an abundance of a certain metal, but you usually have a nice mixture of things, so you can smelt lots of different stuff and different alloys and all this thing. But we only have gold, and for some of the challenges we could potentially face, especially digging down at level 5 and stuff, we need better metal to make stuff out of. It's just as simple as, but alas, it is not to be. And yeah, this episode's over. Please, please God, go away, and until next time, goodbye and good luck.